Hi, my name is Abbey Holmes. In my initial report, I explored why fanfiction is considered controversial to original creators of a published work. Since receiving feedback, I have revised my report to focus more on the global element, to explain why fanfiction is controversial in some Asian countries and how it challenges non-Western cultures. Fanfiction, defined by Lev Grossman, author of The Magicians, is any form of creative work that is based on a recognized piece of popular culture. Fanfiction is becoming more prevalent in Western and non-Western cultures. Websites such as Fiction Press, Wattpad, The Archive of Our Own, Asian Fanfics, and Ficwad have made it easier for people from all corners of the globe with common interests to write, share, and read stories inspired by original published works. As it is easier to communicate with people who share the same or similar interests and values, fanfiction is enhancing cross-cultural communications and is challenging the existence of some non-Western traditions. Therefore, the introduction of new media, such as fanfiction, is helping to create new social networks that are redefining cultural and political boundaries and social relations, assisting with the expansion of traditional media flows. As Gu Cheng said, the rapid development of new media is the main force accelerating globalization in human society. According to Hodges, fans join and interpret numerous discourses and develop communities that actively challenge, interrogate, or accept mainstream ideologies and beliefs. In this way, fanfiction intensifies and accelerates social exchanges across cultures. Fanfiction also helps to facilitate discussions on topics that may be considered taboo in some cultures. For example, sexuality and gender identity. Therefore, fanfiction allows its writers and followers to explore a wider diversity of identity that allows them to discover their individuality and to break free from social and cultural norms. As Lindsay Mixer explained, fanfiction promotes non-heterosexual orientations and it encourages readers to generate an understanding of themselves as sexual beings. A fanfiction character can have any identity the writer wishes, as the pieces lie outside the capitalist models of the commercialized media and censorship laws. Fanfiction frequently is an anonymous, overly sexualized adaptation of legitimate work. In countries with socially oppressive governments, like China, where individuals have been culturally restricted from self-expression and queer exploration, fanfiction has enabled the LGBTQIA+ community to challenge the rules. Over the last few years, Chinese officials have been censoring queer and sexually explicit content shared on the national Chinese web. Fanfiction is one of the most recent casualties of this crackdown. Even though homosexuality was decriminalized in China in 1997, Chinese officials arrested over 20 women in 2011 for writing LGBT or / fanfiction. The officers involved in the arrest expressed their disgust and claimed that writing / fanfiction promotes homosexuality. On Weibo, a Chinese microblogging website, people responded angrily, and one person stated anonymously that, "This is not cleaning the cyberspace. This is pure discrimination. I may never see a rainbow flag fly above China in my lifetime." More recently, in late February 2020, the popular Hugo-winning fanfiction website, The Archive of Our Own, could no longer be accessed through the national Chinese web. It was believed that a fanfiction based on a 2019 Chinese web series, The Untamed, a transnationally popular series with over 14,000 fanfics based on a queer romance novel, had inspired the ban. Rumors surfaced about Zhao Han, The Untamed's main actor, and his fandom being subjected to a harassment campaign launched by critics of the actor against fanfic writers who wrote about him. The idea that an explicit fanfiction about a major Chinese celebrity caused the ban brought widespread alarm, finger-pointing, and outcry. However, after a day of online community outrage, Zhao's studio reportedly issued an apology for occupying public resources. In 2019, China shut down over 225 websites, 4,000 web channels, and 30,000 blogs, including fanfiction sites, and encouraged people to report any website containing pornographic or explicit content to authorities. Fanfiction is enabling intercultural interactions and communications and is redefining global boundaries. However, Western fanfiction readers and writers have the freedom to openly express and explore their gender, sexuality, and identity through their works and fandoms, without fear of prosecution or destruction of their stories. Unfortunately, the liberty to engage with fanfiction freely is not accessible to all.